G'day, Sparkmanly here and welcome back to our Red Bull Motorsport Manager F1 2022 Manager Mod save. Alright, so I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today we've got the Red Bull home race at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. Now, just before we get started, I was going to say, if you're enjoying the series, make sure to leave a like, consider subscribe if you haven't already, and leave any thoughts, feedback, suggestions down in the comment section below. I apologise for not uploading yesterday. I had a long day at work and I went home and just fell asleep. Woke up at 3 AM and I realised I hadn't uploaded a video, so I apologise for that. But hey, sometimes it's good to have a break in the upload so some people can catch up. So we're back now though, let's get into it. Alright, so on to prep for the Red Bull Ring. Now we are going to build a suspension because it's important at the next race at Paul Ricard. So we fell to second in that area. We're going to work on improving the reliability for the new rear wing we built out last time out, for Perez, so to try and close that gap. And we also worked on the performance for it as well, and we also tried to work on the gearbox performance, where over this short period where we prepped, we actually fell from second on gearbox to fourth behind the Alpine. So that's probably going to have to be the next area we address. We're designing a new part, but yeah, that's the prep for this race. We'll work on the gearbox next time out. Alright, so time for qualifying at the Red Bull Ring. Now, Hamilton has been faster quite significantly all weekend. In practice, he was ahead by about 6/10. Q1, we use old tyres, that can be expected, is faster, but in Q2 we actually pulled it out and we're faster, and Perez was not too far off the pace either. First runs here got us in first and third. It's good to see Verstappen on pole. Hopefully he keeps it the second run, and he sure does. Perez drops one spot to Norris in fourth, but that's not bad at all. We will take just Hamilton and Norris between our two drivers. I think we're really starting to see the rewards of trying to develop Perez's parts to be somewhat closer to Max's, because hopefully he can challenge Hamilton with light-footed in the race. Alright, so just before we get started with the race, I just want to quickly say that we do race reviews for the real F1 races, so if you think that might interest you, a lot of work goes into them, so I'd really appreciate if you could check them out. They're just on the channel and I'll link them in the description below, but it'd be awesome to check that out, give it some love. But yeah, let's get into the race. Alright, so I skipped the little intro thing in autopilot mode, so I apologise for that, but we're straight into the setup screen. So we've got light-footed back for Verstappen, because of course he won last time out, which helps his mechanic relationship, which we lost light-footed after he DNF'd a couple races ago. But setups are looking great on all. Excellent. And to be honest, because Perez saves so much fuel, I'm thinking of decreasing it. So I reckon we could probably decrease it by 2 laps and see if that helps him get a better start. Because if he can plonk that car in front of Hamilton early on, that could help Max out a lot. And hopefully Perez can stay in front of Hamilton and look to keep a second place, because that will really help if we can reduce the amount of points that Hamilton's getting. So we're going to give it a go. Perez is sort of the sport driver. We clarified that at the start of the season. We're going to watch on, try and get all 4 front cars. Lights are out. Perez gets a slow start. Verstappen gets a good start though, and he is away. And Hamilton caught up very quickly though. I have a feeling that this could be a bit of a gearbox track, so maybe that's why we're slacking a little bit, but that's fine. Oh, and Hamilton drops right off there and invites pressure from Norris. He gets the overtake done, and we're racing around the trees here, which is cool. But we've got a pretty good start for Verstappen. Perez got a bit of work to do, but that's fine. We got light-footed as well, so we can go a bit harder on these tyres, as long as they stay within the temperatures, of course. We clarified last time out that this isn't the optimal zone. It just means that they're about to overheat. So yeah, Perez can go as hard on fuel as he wants, because he can just recover it so damn well. Now see, they're overheating, so we want to try and cool them down. And we've got a 6-second gap. Looks like Norris is holding up Hamilton, which is awesome. Exactly what we want. Especially while they're on this softer tyre, because they're going to have to jump on mediums or double stop onto softs. Or medium, sorry, it gets confusing with the game compounds and the real life compounds, but you know what I mean. So Perez in 4th still, doing a good job holding Leclerc and staying within distance to Hamilton, so we could look to overtake him. We're going to tell him to stop pushing on the fuel a little bit now, try and get into the swing of this race. I didn't check the weather, but I didn't say on the forecast rain. That's not always a good indication, but that's considering the fact that we've had no rain all week, and I don't really have to think about it, and there's no rain today by the looks of it. So and we finally get overtaken by Leclerc, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to be pitting soon anyway. And Verstappen's got quite a lead. Well, he's going to be pitting soon. We're not going to be pitting soon. But yeah, that is not a bad start to the race. I would have liked if Perez was a bit higher, at least on the podium. But yeah, with the pit stops, we already jumped Sainz. Was Sainz? No, Norris. And there we go, top 2. We're in front of Hamilton. Hamilton's on the softs as well. Those softs will not be able to get to the end of the race. So now we're kind of equal because we both got one more stop in this race. Well, at least I hope that won't get him through to the end of the race. But yeah, I think Verstappen's clear. Hopefully he doesn't DNF or do anything stupid to ruin that. And as you see there, Perez has already recovered his fuel and already looking good. So yeah, we can reduce that by a lot more. I don't think it really helps, but maybe it was just a bad start from him. It wasn't too quick on the getaway, so maybe that was it. We're going to speed through this race a little bit and look to pit them soonish. And we've almost equaled Hamilton's tyre wear, and he's already pitted. And plus, these tyres didn't start on 100%, so that's quite funny. Light footed is just awesome. And Perez is still saving fuel. Is he broken or something? Because he saves a ridiculous amount of fuel. We're not even going to touch Verstappen's engine mode. I don't want to do anything that will risk him DNFing. So he can just coast because he's still putting a gap in. I mean, it's 45 seconds. I don't know why we're so quick. I actually really had concerns that we weren't going to be on pace this weekend after practice, because 6/10 is a lot of time to make up. We're going to go on for our pit stops here and hope for nothing dramatic. I haven't really had much luck with the pit crew coming in, so we haven't really been able to hire much quality pit crew, but that's alright. Hopefully eventually they start coming in with the 20s and stuff. But I mean, there's such a gap, we can afford to pit them on the same lap because they're so far away. And we switch the tyres there. Perez can keep pushing on the fuel, and Hamilton's pitted again. Hopefully we come out in front of him. That would be fantastic. We're going to tell him to push on exit. Come on, come out in front of Hamilton, please. No, you won't. No, Norris. Okay, that's alright then. He really just gets out in front of Hamilton, so we're going to tell him to push a little bit here. Try and pull away from Hamilton. It'd be great if we can secure the second spot, because Norris is going to have to pit again. Those tyres are dead. But the undercut from Hamilton worked quite nicely. Just literally a 1/10 of a second too slow, but he did close the 3-second gap. But Perez is opening it back up, and he is overheating his tyres as things stand. So we're going to tell him to conserve it a bit, but he's still got fuel on his side, so he can push with that. But Hamilton just, Verstappen just coasting, and he's still got 96%. So awesome stuff from him on that light footed. I want to attack, fuel isn't a problem. You don't need to attack, you're 52 seconds clear. You have a history of DNFs. I just do not want to risk it, Verstappen. But really, the battle here, if we can get this result over the line, that is huge for Verstappen, because he's got the fastest lap as well. So it'd be fantastic if we can keep Hamilton behind Perez. It'd be huge for Verstappen, sorry, if I said Hamilton. But Hamilton's dropped right off. He must have made a mistake. So hopefully Perez doesn't copy that. We're going to tell him to go on high now so he can save a bit of fuel, just in case he needs to go back on attack. But I don't think he will. I think this race is pretty much wrapped up. And with 2 laps to go, we're going to get a back-to-back win with Verstappen by the looks of it, unless something crazy happens on this final lap. But it doesn't look like it's going to. We're just sort of speeding through the final corner. Perez will come home in second. What a result for the boys at the home Grand Prix. Couldn't have gone much better today. Bit of a boring race, but Perez did everything he needed to do. Maybe under-fueling the car was a good option. I think we could even under-fuel it more next time out. But we'll see how that goes. But Verstappen gets the dub today. Perez is he's still racing. I mean, he's a whole almost minute behind Verstappen, but I mean, second. He said we could do better, but we can't do better than that. That's awesome. 1 and 2. Maybe he can do better, get a race win, but as a team, if we take home the fastest lap as well, that's fantastic. And there it is, the confetti coming down at the home race. It's a party on the podium for Red Bull at the Red Bull Ring. We also get the fastest lap with Verstappen. As you see there, he gets 26 points. That's 11 points of the gap to Hamilton closed. Fantastic race today. Alright, what a result at the team's home race. Now, it's 9 points in the Constructors. Not really our goal. I mean, it was one of our goals actually. I correct myself, because of course Red Bull didn't win it last year, so hopefully we can win it this year. And there's a 75-point gap from Hamilton to Verstappen, which is slowly getting down. We need to really keep getting those 1-2s to help push it down before the end of the season. We're about halfway through though, so plenty of time to go, plenty of twists and turns still to come, so make sure to stay tuned. If you're enjoying the season, please make sure to leave a like, consider subscribing if you haven't already, leave any thoughts, feedback, suggestions in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time out for the back-to-back Paul Ricard and our new gearbox that we will build.